everyone, it's Joanne for Confessions of a Paper Addict, 20 Days of Christmas Cup Files. Look at this paper. It's a bit much for me. Even for me, oh my gosh. But I'm making myself use it because I bought it. So there you go. So I cut it down just a little bit on all four sides of the little strip like this wide. Okay, and then I mounted it on some basil cardstock. I should have gutted that, but I didn't, just to save myself some time. I am going to take Distress Oxide and Festive Berries, a perfect color for the holidays, and just go around and ink distress the edges of the white paper just to tie it all in together. So while I'm doing that, 20 days of COAPA Christmas cut files. I'm going to link Virginia Walker's channel below. It runs November 30th through December 19th because COAPA is New Zealand based and they are a day ahead of the US. So there are probably 40 new cut file releases around that number, and also Virginia is giving away one free cut file per day in the Facebook group for the first 10 days. So hurry up and get over there and get your cut file, because it's going to be posted in the Facebook group. It's Facebook members only, and there will be a Dropbox link to get the free cut file, and that link is only going to be active for 24 hours. But do not fear, because if you missed one and you love it, they will be available for purchase after the 10 days, okay? All right, so the cut file we're using today is this. Isn't that just adorable? Merry and Bright. I cut it out. I almost said printed. I cut it out on my silhouette, and then I did a circle metal die that I have from, if I can pick it up over here, the Hip Kit Club. Nested metal dies, and they have the stitching, which I totally love. So I cut it on white, made a circle out of it, poked the holes, did a chain stitch in this pink because I like pink and red together at Christmas, and then I cut the next biggest circle metal die out, put this on some foam, and I'm going to put that right in the middle. Isn't that cute? Now seriously, with this paper or a similar paper and this cut file, that could be like your cover page to your Christmas album if you do one of those. So I just want to make sure that I have this reasonably centered, and that is not it, I think. And then I gotta make sure that the words are straight too. I think that's good. I took my scrapbook.com glitter marker is what I call it, and I just went in and glittered up just the letters. These are flowers. I see, like, this would be the flower on the stem. That's cute. So what I did is I went into Canva. I'll link it below. It's free. There is a subscription, but you can do a lot of stuff in there for free too. And I made a circle, and I dropped in a whole bunch of my photos from last year. Now they're small. So I used a small metal die and then the next bigger one to cut on white, okay? Just to make this pop off the background. And I picked out like my 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This part right here, my 8 favorite little decoration pictures from last year. So here's a picture of like overlooking the kitchen island into the dining room of how I decorated last year. So we'll put one of those in here and make it look like it's the flower. Okay. And then here is a new pillow I got last year that is just says Merry Christmas, and it's from Kohl's. So I'll put one here to make it look it's like coming off that stem, like I said. Here is another pillow I bought last year. Isn't that pretty? It looks like a postage stamp, but it's so cool. It's got that truck on it that I love. I got that at like Home Goods, I think, last year. put that there. And then here is the decorations I got at Home Goods. It's, you can't see the whole thing, but it's actually a sleigh with some LED candles and some pine leaves or something sticking out of it. Super cute. I put it on my kitchen island, and I guess we'll put this here. It doesn't really matter what pictures go where. This is coffee table in my living room with some decorations. I'll put this here. I didn't cut that circle out very well because it was on the edge of the photo paper, but I don't care. This is a couple frames that I found at Kohl's. Look at, let me see if I get up close. Look how cute those frames are. I actually found one that says the word cousins, and it's like a winter Christmassy frame. And then I put a picture of Biddy in one, and myself and my cousin in another one. I thought that was so cool. Okay, I'll put that there. I'm sorry, I don't know if my hand was just in the way. This is one of my favorite pictures. These little snowmen, they stand up. They're probably maybe 3 feet tall. They're so cool. A friend of mine who has a craft booth makes them, and they're amazing. I always buy 2 to 4 every year. Okay, so look at that. Isn't that cool? I mean, you seriously could be done. I don't know how much I'm going to embellish because I haven't thought that far ahead yet, but let me show you what I did. Scooch this for just a second. So I printed it in a circle on just photo paper and then cut it out, so it does have the stitching effect on the photo as well. Next die up, I just did it in what am I looking for? Cardstock, but stash, like scraps that I have. And then what I'm going to do is take my Distress Oxide and I'm going to ink around the edges of the photo. So here, see, if you look at it like that, pretty, but it's not really standing out a lot. So I'll take my ink and just go around the actual photo paper and just ink blend that up. The metal die circles are not perfect. I don't care. I am not reprinting these photos. It is what it is. And now it's going to stand apart from that white background a little bit. See the difference there? Okay, and then to make it pop even more, what I will do is get a pair of scissors, if I can find some. Okay, here we go. And I'll just cut a piece of this foam. And because it's a circle, we want to make sure we're not going to be able to see the edges, and we might be able to. So I always just take my corners and cut my corners off like this, so they're not poking out the sides when you put this on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw these away because I don't want them getting stuck to anything accidentally. And then this is double-sided adhesive that I love. So then I will pop the photo up on the circle back layering piece here. I almost said background. Just make sure you sort of get it in the center as much as you can. Doesn't need to be perfect. No one's going to notice if it's off a little bit. Press down, and then that will give it some dimension. These are my favorite little Christmas coffee cups on my kitchen counter. And I got this one. It's a lady with a little snow outfit, like a hat and gloves and a purse. I got that at Hobby Lobby. I just love it, and it's really tall. So I will put this here. Just some of my favorite Christmas decorations. All right, so let's get those stuck down. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I was thinking about maybe some greenery around these, so maybe I'll just glue in the middle. So if I want to tuck something in there, and then I can put more glue in later. So I'm going to want to cover all of this up and make sure it looks like it's coming off the stem of this here. Covering that up so it doesn't look strange. And make sure that it's centered in between those two things is what I'm thinking. Like so. Oh, and I moved it because the glue's wet. That's okay. Give that just a second to adhere down to the paper, and stop moving, please. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for all the rest of them. All right, I have everything glued down, and while I was doing that, I was trying to decide if I wanted enamel dots, gems, Pinkfresh pearls. I decided on these. These are like matte silver Pinkfresh pearls. They come in like gold, silver, and like a clear crystal, and I tried all of them except for the gold. That wasn't going to work for me. And look, I put them just in the top flower parts all around, and I literally could have put them in every single one of those dots, but I said enough is enough. Let's just do those. It's just a very subtle touch. Okay, so I picked out very, very few embellishments because I think this is super cool as it is. I found this sentiment phrase that says, make a wish. It's white with silver foiling letters. The end of this circle did not come out super good, so I'm just going to cover it up. And that way there's a couple sentiments and a couple little decorations on here. I'm literally not doing very much. I want to try to find something for under there. I haven't found anything yet. Then I'm thinking, I don't think it needs anything anywhere else, which is crazy for me, but look how pretty this poinsettia ephemera piece is on the Merry and Bright cut file. So because it's on top of hand stitching, I will cut some foam square to get that level. So let's see, we want to put it right there. My cat is in here and he's being a cuckoo, so you'll probably hear him. All right, so here we go. Let's put this like right there so it doesn't hit any of there he is. So it doesn't hit any of the words. And now that's level, and I could put some glue under there, but I'm going to wait because I'm pretty sure I want to embellish around it, like with holly berry leaves and stuff. So let's see if I can get this to look decent. Okay, that's too much because I'm losing the red holly berries. So yeah, that's kind of cute. All right, I do have 2 of those, so I might as well put it in. And this is going to be facing in a different direction than the other one because you know ephemera does that unless they cut them to be opposites. But I think that's okay. I could stop there. You know me, not gonna. All right, I do like the placement on that, so let me see if I can just press and put a bunch of glue on the hand stitching. That way it'll be adhered down, and I wanted to, again, make sure I can see those little red holly berries because they're super cute and it brings in some more red. This one I'm going to pull back out and do this. Excuse my arm. Okay. Come on. All right, see how I'm having this leaf go up the stitching just so it looks good? And hopefully that adheres to the fabrics of the embroidery floss here pretty quick. That's cute. Yeah, you could totally stop there. Nope. All right, I found a couple black and white ephemera pieces that I thought were pretty cool. So I'm wondering if I should put that in there. I'm probably going to mess this whole thing up. Oh my gosh. I should have thought that I wanted to put that in there before I put that foam square down, but I think we can still survive. Just have it peeking out a little bit. Just because I want to use things up. Okay. Let's see if I can sneak glue under there without causing a disaster. Okay, now that's glued down. Now I'm going to repress that foam square. I'm still not going to put glue underneath that flower yet because I have some black and white leaves. I thought I could, you know, just expand this cluster a little bit. That means, let me turn this. I'm going to have to sneak this in underneath where I want it and not go into the stitch of the embroidery floss. Maybe I'll put it like right there. That's cute. Okay. Let me see. I have another one. Oops. This might take me a second, you guys. Okay. Ooh, that slid in there nice. And then what else do I have? I have a whole bunch over to the side here. This is actually a dark green. It's not black and white. So I'm thinking that that would have to go underneath these two. And if I was thinking properly, I would have put that in first. Let's see if that looks good. I'm not unhappy with that. I think it's adorable. You know what? In order for that to match with the rest of that, let's put a pearl in the middle of that. So this is my Pinkfresh gem picker. Okay, I just have to figure out what size would look good. That's way too big. Let's see. Oops, I dropped it. I think maybe this kind of small medium-ish size. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I found a puffy sticker. It says decorating our Christmas tree, but I don't have a Christmas tree because I don't feel like picking it up every night after work with the cats. So I'm just going to Merry and Bright decorating. I cut the word decorating off there. We're going to put that there. So let me just make sure I'm covering that up because that's kind of the whole point of putting this little teeny piece of ephemera there. And that has silver foiling in the middle of the holly berries, so it's going to match the silver of those. Let me know if you like this. I thought it was a cool idea to use a piece of paper that I'm not super excited about, but now I love it. I think maybe, I mean, the paper's gorgeous, obviously, but I just didn't know what to do with it. So there you go. Do some close-ups of my photos. Sorry about the glare. Cute. I love this photo because it was actually snowing out that day. So you can see the pine trees in my backyard are covered in snow. So cute. All right, so there we go. Let me show you the one in the middle here too because that's super pretty. All right, here we go. Isn't that cut file adorable? I love it. Okay. So there you go, you guys. I hope you like this. Leave me a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out Virginia Walker's channel. And Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.